Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a first impressions review on a new foundation that I've recently got my hands on. If you guys have been subscribed to my channel for a while, you know that I love doing reviews, especially on foundations. I just love seeing how different foundations work and don't work. Typically I do reviews, but today I'm going to do a first impressions because I haven't done one in a while and sometimes I think it's kind of fun doing it live on the camera. So that is what we're going to do today. If you do like first impressions videos, be sure to give this a thumbs up so I know to do them a little bit more often here on my channel. And of course, don't forget to subscribe before leaving. Today we're going to be chatting about the Bodyshop's foundation. It is called the Fresh Nude Foundation. I got the shade Atlas Duns 045. This is what it looks like. I'm really hoping it matches because that's the only problem with first impressions. Sometimes it's like, ooh, it doesn't match, but I'm pretty sure it'll be all right. And I'm also going to be incorporating their buffing brush. This is the N82E. It is one of their newer brushes and it's just like a flat top brush. So I'm going to be trying that out as well. I just washed my face and actually did a little bit of a skincare routine before. So definitely check that out on my Instagram page because I filmed it. I did multi-masking for the first time, also with Body Shop products. Just so you guys know, this video is not sponsored, but anyways. I'm going to be prepping my skin before foundation. This is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer. This is the smoothing primer. It is one of my favorites. I love this one and the hydrating one. Those are the two that I kind of go back and forth with. So I'm just going to take a small amount. I like to work it in between my fingers before. I don't know, I feel like it just really helps push it into the skin faster. And then, yeah, I just push it into these areas primarily. And then I drag some up here and on my chin. I've got like a not so good mark there. So because I'm feeling a little bit dry, I'm just gonna spray a little bit. This is the Pixi Makeup Fixing Mist. It has rose water and green tea. I really like this. It smells so good. I don't know where I just sprayed, but I think my hair. Okay, so in the moment of truth, we're gonna test this out. I think I'm going to pump it on the back of my hand first. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's a nice glass bottle. It has 30 milliliters, which is equivalent to 1 fluid ounce, which is pretty good. And this is the shade so you guys can see it. I think it's gonna be a good match. I'm hoping. It does come with a pump, which I really like. Foundations that come with pumps automatically, like you guys know. Mirrors for eyeshadow palettes and then pumps for foundations, like you just gotta have it. Unless it's a squeezy tube, then I could be more forgiving for drugstore, but I need a pump. You know, everybody likes to pump. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna pump 2. Ooh, it's pretty like liquidy. Can you see that? It's pretty liquidy. I have no idea what kind of finish this is supposed to give. Oh, they claim it to give a nude glow finish. 24-hour fresh moisture. Suitable for sensitive skin. Okay, so I'm gonna guess it's gonna give a luminous finish. So it's a good thing that we used a mattifying primer. So I'm gonna go in with the brush and kind of stipple it on. Oh no. Match wise, it's not, it's doable. It's doable. Okay, so I have one half of my face done. It's definitely light to medium coverage, definitely. You can still see all of my freckles shine through, probably not on camera, but like through in the mirror. You can still see some of my freckles, my beauty mark. Definitely not covering this dark spot here. This like, it's like an acne scar now. So definitely not covering that whatsoever. I do like it. For summer, I think it's really gonna be pretty. So I'm gonna do the other side of my face where I have like a lot more breakouts on this general area. So we'll see how it goes. But so far it's not bad. 2 pumps that I pumped out really did go a long way. Like I still have a lot more. So that's good. And it's easy to move around onto the skin, like as you guys just saw. Am I a fan of this brush? No. I find this brush is just like a tad too dense. I'm also really like not too used to using brushes because I use my beauty blender so much. Yeah, I don't really like the way that these bristles move. It's doing a great job at distributing the foundation and it's blending it out very nicely, but I don't like the way it feels on my face. It feels like rough. It doesn't feel rough. It feels like it's tugging my skin kind of. Like I can't like pounce it in, which is what I want to do. Just adding a little bit more on the chin to see if that will build it up or not. So it did build up, but not enough. Like this is still gonna need a lot of concealer. So I just put it on. So it's still kind of sinking into the skin at this point in time, but my first impressions on this foundation is that I really do like it. I think it's a really great everyday foundation. It gives light to medium coverage, somewhat buildable, but definitely not enough to cover those bigger blemishes. Like this one here and this one on my chin are not covered. I do like the fact that it shows through some imperfections. Well, I don't think of them as imperfections, like freckles I think are very pretty on the skin, but that is just my opinion. So I like the fact that it shows through my freckles and my beauty marks. Like I really like that. It makes it look very, very natural on the face. Color wise, it worked out. I mean, it's not horrible. I've been getting sun, so that's probably why, but I think one shade lighter would be perfect. Overall, I actually really like it. It definitely does give a dewy finish, so as an oily skinned person, that kind of worries me a little bit, so I'm definitely gonna have to set my entire face, and it definitely needs some concealer business, like not just brightening under the eyes. As you can see, I don't typically bring my foundation up in this area because no matter what the circumstance, I'm always adding concealer there, so I don't want too much product buildup, so I don't typically bring it up here, so I can't really speak to that. So the finish, like you can definitely see, it's been on my skin now for probably 5 minutes. It's set completely, it's dry on the skin, but you can still see it gives a luminous, very glowy finish, so I will definitely be setting my entire face for sure. I do have very oily skin in this T-zone area, so we'll see how the foundation lasts throughout the day. It does say 24-hour fresh moisture, so it's not like you're gonna be matte for 24 hours. Like it is letting you know that it is a dewy finish, glowy, moisturized. So don't expect a matte coverage with this. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my makeup, and then I'll come back and chat with you on how the rest of my makeup applied and perhaps give a little update. Hopefully by then it'll be on for at least like 30 minutes or so. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I just finished the rest of my makeup. This is like my go-to weekend makeup that I'm not like going out, it's just like during the day. So I just pop mascara on and then do like a full face and then a super kind of neutral-ish, pink nude lip. And I'm really loving the way that this foundation looks with this look. I think that this foundation is an awesome everyday summer foundation. I feel like I look so like healthy, like I'm just glowing, you know, and I love it. So I'm really liking it. I will update you guys in the description box down below how it lasts throughout the entire day. It is 29 degrees Celsius here where I live today, very, very humid. So I will keep you guys updated, probably not through film, but through the description box and also on my blog. I always put a matching blog post up on my blog so I can put more information and direct links as well to any other products I mentioned. So that is always in the description box as well. So be sure to check that out for more information. But let's just talk a little bit more about the foundations. I didn't really get a chance to give you the lowdown on the foundation except for what it is gonna say it will do for us. So the glowy skin, 24-hour moisture, etc., etc. So trusty iPhone. So the foundation is $25, which I think is a really good price. I feel like the Body Shop is right in between Sephora, like high-end, and drugstore. So it's really great in between price. $25 for a foundation is actually really good. Many drugstore foundations nowadays are creeping up into the 20s. I see them. $18.99, I see you. Not a bad price, very impressive for the price and the quality. So I really like that. The foundation does come in 16 different shades. I think that that's a pretty good range. 16, it's not phenomenal, but it's not bad. I've seen some foundation come out with like 6 different shades. That's insane. So 16 is pretty good. I feel like you out of the shade ranges, like I can show you guys on my phone. out of the shade ranges, like you would probably be able to find something. They do have quite a few cool tones and warm tone shades to choose from. So you probably would be able to get quite a good match, if not very, very close. So I'm just going to blah, 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 read what they've got to say here. So yeah, 60 nature inspired shades. That's kind of cool. Up to 24-hour moisturization, which we talked about. It does say here actually light to medium coverage. So it was light to medium coverage. So that is actually true. That's good. It says semi-matte. No. I don't even think the word matte can be used beside this foundation. That's just my opinion. And next to that it says fresh faced finish. I think when they say fresh faced finish, it's hard to say that. I think that's a good description of what the finish of this foundation is. It is very luminous, very glowy, very dewy. You know, all those words that a lot of people really like. Some people like me with oily skin kind of tend to steer clear of. As you guys know, I am not one of those people. I love to look glowy. I think it looks very nice and very healthy, so I don't have a problem with that. If you are oily skinned and you still want to give this foundation a try, I still recommend it. I will always recommend foundations, even if they are more of a natural or luminous finish. All you have to do is set the areas that you know you're most oily in. So for me, I'm always in here, setting under the eyes, setting my chin. And then I know that by, you know, say I put my foundation on at 8 a.m. I know that by 12:31, I'm gonna need to do a little blotting most of the time. And I'm okay with that. As long as the foundation doesn't break up, and that's when I have an issue. So we'll see if this foundation does that. So it also says that it is suitable for sensitive skin and dermatologically tested. Sorry, I cannot read. I think that's really great for people who do have sensitive skin. Fortunately, I don't have sensitive skin, so I can't really speak to that, but I think that it is really great that they do get it tested by dermatologists, so it is recommended. So one thing that's really neat is that this foundation is enriched with English rose water and aloe vera. Those are the two key ingredients that really make this foundation hydrating for the skin, which I think is great. I'm very curious to see how this is going to play out in the winter time, because that's when I tend to get a little bit more dry, especially around my nose area. So I think that this would actually be very beneficial for anyone with dry skin, or if you get dry patches. So that concludes my first impressions on the Bodyshop Fresh Nude Foundation, and as well as a little spiel on the buffing foundation brush. I really like both the products. They were good. The buffing brush is not totally for me. Will I be using it more? I don't know. Maybe when my sponges are all dirty, I'd probably reach for it, but I am a sponge person. As for the foundation, I'm really, really impressed. I love the finish it gives. It is super glowy and healthy looking on my skin. It covered the majority of what I want covered in a foundation. It didn't cover blemishes, but I'm actually not too upset about that because I was easily able to build up with my concealer on top. Blushes, highlight, and bronzer, powders all went on phenomenally. I didn't have any problems blending anything out. It really glided on and they're sitting really nicely on the skin. So very pleased overall. I do really like this foundation for 25 bucks. I think it is a great deal and it comes with a pump. So we all know I'm happy. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this first impressions. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this video and if you have ever tried any products from the Body Shop. I'm just starting to test out new products, specifically makeup. I've always been a huge fan of their skincare, so now I'm kind of diving into their makeup, seeing what is going on there. So let me know if you've tried anything and if you have any recommendations for me. So again, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.